Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial. I have been asked by a few of you on how I set up the Arsenal team to take on League 2. So I'm just going to quickly run through with you now how to create that custom squad. In the previous tutorial we showed you how to set up your series so that you can use that side, but I didn't actually go in depth on how you transfer those players around and create that team that you really want to play with. So let's just start off now by going in to our club transfers. What you want to do is pick the side you want, so we'll go with Arsenal. Now you can see here on the list, it's got all the current players that are within the Arsenal side. You can go through all of the list, and it's got all of those players there for you to choose from. Now what we did in the Arsenal series is we just select the player and then we transfer them away. If you scroll across, free agents. Okay, so transfer to free agents, transfer to free agents, transfer to free agents, and so forth. And we just got rid of all of those players that we didn't want in our side. Next page, free agents. Okay, so you effectively just transfer them all, and then it says, okay, well you have to have at least 17 players on your side, and you're like, okay, well what do we do now? We go back. Now what we want to do is go to free agents. If we go into free agents, it gives us a list of all of the people on the free agent list. Now you can see some of those Arsenal players are sitting here nicely. If you go back to the last page, it'll come back with all the low rated players, all these little 54s, 53s, and you just start going across and you put them into Arsenal. Now you can do this with any players you want. You can take Ronaldo from Real Madrid, put him in Arsenal. You can go and grab Gareth Bale. You can go and grab Buffon. You can, anyone you want. You can create the biggest super side that you like if that's the way you want to play your game. Or you can do as we've done here and take all of these little guys and just put them into Arsenal and hope that we can start a League 2 side. What I will say is just be careful. If you go in and have a look at these players, this kid's from India, and you can almost guarantee that he is going to be a part of the Indian national squad. This kid's from New Zealand, he's probably a part of the New Zealand squad. So even though there's these lower players, the reason they're here on the free agent list is because they're international players. So one thing I will want you to bear in mind is if you do pick up all these players, when you do start a career mode and an international game comes through, you may lose 3/4 of your side and not even be able to field a side. So just be wary of that. If you're doing a youth squad setup, perhaps try and get some of those youth players in really quickly. Because the last thing you want to be doing is forfeiting matches. So we just add all these players to Arsenal. More. All these free agents. Back out. Go back to Arsenal. And then start getting rid of all of these other players to the free agency list. Now what we haven't done in our Arsenal series is see where all these Arsenal players ended up. So what we can do maybe in the season, if you feel like it, leave some comments. We can see where some of these players have ended up. Like we've just chucked them on the free agency list. So they could be at any team now and we have no idea. So we just get rid of all these players. 17 again. You just continue the process. Go back to the free agents. Get it in. Maybe have a squad of 30 odd players. Leave yourself a bit of room for trades and free agent acquisitions in your career mode, your youth squad. Don't go ahead and put all 42 players in. You may not even be able to sell most of them because they'll be low rated. Once you've done all that, then you go to your team sheets. When you go into your team sheets, you go to your side, you look at Arsenal. Okay, let's have a look. So now all these players are in here and we have no one on the bench really. But you can see all of those free agent players have been put in, and Arsenal are now pretty much a pretty shit team. So that's good for if you want to start in League 2 and actually have a bit more realisation of a League 2 side rather than going in there with the likes of Walcott and that and just absolutely dominating. If that's your cup of tea, well, by all means do that as well. This is FIFA 15. You play it how you want to play it. We're just showing you some different ways of doing this kind of thing. So once that's all set up, then your team's there. What you probably want to do is back out here, go to profile, and then save those squads, and you can save it in here so that you can always load up that squad. And then if you want to go back to a normal squad, then you just make sure that you always load the default squads up. I'm pretty sure that's everything covered there. If you need any other hints and tips on this kind of stuff, just make sure you leave me some messages and we'll see what we can do for you. But I've been Sparring DK, and cheers.